Well, good morning. Pastor Greg here, Faith Lutheran Church. It's Wednesday, and I'm checking in with you just 8 or 9 days away from Christmas. Just got done shooting a webs video with Steve, and so I thought I would just use this same location where we were and to come to you this morning with what's going on. So we have things are right moving along. I've met with leadership, some of leadership, and talking about Christmas Eve services, Sunday morning services a little bit. So that's kind of where I want to be today. I just want to kind of walk through that a little bit. So Sunday we'll have our regular worship service at 10:30. I am offering communion this Sunday in a different way. We have little um, uh, small cups that have bread and wine in them, and so we'll do that, and I'll give more instruction on Sunday morning as to how that would work. But they'll be on the table that we leave the bulletins on, and so if you want to participate in Holy Communion on Sunday, you would just take one of those as well as one of your bulletins. And so we'll work through that. It's not going to be perfect. It's not the best way. There's a whole theological discussion about doing that, but it's all right. The Lord's with us. God's good. So then I want to jump to Christmas Eve, because there's going to be a lot of differences in our Christmas Eve services this year. And as you know, we're running at a lower capacity, so we're going to set up extra chairs in the fellowship hall so that we can get a few more people in. And we're going to have the usual things still stay. If you are not feeling well, if you are a person that is that has underlying health conditions, if you are just concerned, then stay home and watch we'll live stream it. We'll live stream it on our YouTube channel, just like we've always done. And you'll see everything that's going on. We're going to tell the story like we have with the youth, and that's what we just invited the youth to come, Steve and I. And so we're excited to have them come with us again and to be with us on Christmas Eve to tell the story of the birth of Jesus Christ. So when's that Thursday evening? At 5:30, don't come too early, but don't be too late either. There will be a number of ushers. The ushers will help you get seated, because we want to make sure everybody has a seat and still maintain a relative distance thing. We'll sing hymns. We do require masks because that is a mandate from the state, and so we're following the mandates from the state as best as we can. So wear your masks, but we'll still sing the hymns, the Christmas carols. We'll tell the story with the kids. We'll do communion on Christmas Eve, and again, it'll be the same way that we do it this Sunday, where we'll have the small individual bread and wine cups that you'll pick up as you come in. So we'll do that. And then the other thing is I'm going to do something different this year. We've never had live candles. We're going to do live candles, but not like you might think. Okay, normally, we would light the candle, and then everybody would light their candles, and we would watch that candle, that light, go out from the main Christ candle. But we're going to do a little different. We're going to exit. We're going to leave the church. And as we're leaving the church, you'll have a candle, and you'll be able to light that candle as you walk out of the church. And I'm hoping for a nice evening for North Dakota. I know it'll be cool, and I know that we're taking a chance for if it's too windy, then we'll have to struggle with that a little bit. But we're going to all go outside with our lit candles, and we will sing Silent Night outside as a group. And I just think that it'll be a beautiful picture, something that would just be exciting. So we're still working out the logistics of all that. So be patient with us, and then listen to the instructions that you're given on Christmas Eve. Keep us all safe from, or as safe as we can be from transmitting the virus, and then as safe as we can be handling fire. And if you don't want your child to have a candle, then don't let them have a candle. There's no right or wrongs here. We do whatever we need to do to accomplish this task, and to do what we need to do. So, I guess that's what I'm going to say about that. I don't think I need to go any more at this point. Next week I will give another message, and we might have some things kind of concreted in as to how that's all going to work. But I'm just working through each one as we go through, and that brings me just to another conversation. I think this is one of my favorite times of year. Christmas, the Christmas story is the beginning of the end, and it's something that's already happened, and yet we're waiting for it to happen. And so it's such a beautiful picture for me, and here I am, I'm sitting in front of the beautiful Christmas tree that the people who decorate the church took care of, and we've got the Advent banner up with Mary, Joseph, and the little Jesus, and my focus is so different this time of year, but it's also a crazy time of year for pastors, trying to figure out, and especially this year, trying to figure out what we can do and what we can't do, or what we should do or shouldn't do, and we're all just kind of struggling, and we're all just making it up as we go along, which is kind of what we're doing. And so, take a little bit of time and think about Christmas and what it means to you, and this time of Advent, when we're waiting for this to happen, waiting for this excitement of Christmas Eve, where the light comes and to us in a human being, the Word becomes flesh. There's all of this imagery that comes together in this one day of celebration, knowing that a little while down the road we'll have a different celebration in a resurrection. And so that's not yet. It's already, but not yet. And then that'll be already, and then not yet, as we wait for the return. So the texts for Sunday, of course, are Advent texts, and they point towards Jesus and all of these things that are going to happen. And I just, and I think I might have even written about this in my article in the December newsletter. But this idea of waiting, and then the idea of Mary pondering. And if you look at that Luke text, Luke 1, 26 through 38, Mary is told that she's going to be with child. Well, that's troubling, because she shouldn't be with child. And so there's these events that are unfolding in front of her because of this announcement. "Oh, favored one," the angel says, "the Lord is with you." And Mary's greatly troubled, saying, with that saying, and she's pondering, she's discerning, what does that mean? What does this mean? And then, "you have found favor with God." Well, what does that mean? That's pondering that as well. "And you will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High." And Mary pondered these things. Was Mary at ease with these things? I doubt it. I pretty much doubt it, because she knew the outcome of her pregnancy if the world was allowed to go on the way the world would deal with it. And that would be her death. But that's not God's way. God took care of all of that. But Mary's pondering these things. What are my next steps? So Mary begins her own Advent learning that she's about to be pregnant in waiting. Imagine waiting for that. Just imagine that. Mary says in verse 38, "Behold, I am the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word. Did Mary want to do this? I don't know. But she pondered it, and she accepted it. The Lord had put her into a situation that would be difficult for us to understand. But we can be assured that Mary continued in her path, and that the Lord set all things right by coming to Joseph and then getting them out of Jerusalem and Bethlehem and back and forth and all of these things. So it's just a beautiful time of year for me. And I hope it's a beautiful time of year for you, that you're not overburdened with all that's going on. Take time and just sit and wait and ponder. I think you'll like it. So praying today, I think pray for the leaders of churches. They're making difficult decisions. Some are, and for most people, it doesn't matter. It's right and or wrong, and we don't know. And so just pray for them. Continue to pray for healthcare workers. Continue to pray for your leaderships. Continue, the governmental leaderships. Continue to pray for peace. All of those things, and certainly on our prayer list. So that's what I've got for you today. I'm not going to continue on any longer. I just appreciate our times together where we come in this format, and I'm glad that you're willing to come and watch me and listen to me for a few minutes. So God bless for you today, and as always, I say to you, take care.